guys, Lindsay here. Welcome back to my channel. So if you follow me on Instagram or watched my palette collection video, you'll know that I recently purchased 2 palettes from Blush Tribe, which is an indie brand. I got the Paulina palette, which is a collaboration with Paulina Beauty here on YouTube. Amazing YouTuber. If you don't already subscribe to her, you definitely should check her out. I love her videos. And I also got their Hasina 2 palette. I unfortunately have to tell you that this palette is sold out. I think I actually got one of the last couple they had in stock, but the Hasina 2 palette is in stock. I do plan on doing a video with that one in the future, but for me, I wanted to do this video because maybe you own this palette and you want to see a look with it. I personally want to show Paulina some love because I love her channel and I want to show her some support. But yeah, also it's just sometimes fun to watch people do colorful looks. So for me, this was my first time trying out the Blush Tribe formula, so this was a total first impressions for me, but it just kind of gave me a feel for how the shadows were, and I really like them. But yeah, this is what the inside of the palette looks like if you haven't already seen it. I obviously did not use all of the shades in this palette. Really the only ones I didn't use are the 2 pinks and the lime green, but I do definitely want to do looks with these in the future, so I'll probably include this in a future Throwback Thursday video, even though it's not that old, but I just think it's a really fun palette to play with and it's just gorgeous colors. So I'll put some quick swatches up on the screen and then I'll show you how I got this look. All right, so here are all the swatches. We have Friends, Sige, Sully, Humble, Thingaling, Angel, Salma, Paulina, and Aubergine. So these 2 shadows already existed. I believe they were in the Fall Fusion palette. Obviously this one right here, Paulina, was named after Paulina, so that's why she included it. And then also they have Aubergine, which I love this really pretty purpley shade, and I don't have the Fall Fusion palette, so works for me. And all these other ones are exclusive to the Paulina palette. I absolutely just love how many fun greens she put in there, and I'm dying to use this lime green in a look, so there will be another one in the future, don't worry. So let's go ahead and get into the look. So I'm going to use my Urban Decay Primer Potion to prime my lids. I use the shade Eden, which kind of just ends up looking like a concealer shade on me. And I'm not going to set it. That just seems to be what I enjoy doing lately with my shadows. I feel like it really, especially with colorful shadows, that's where you get the best impact from. So I'm gonna start out with this shade right here, Sige, and I'm using a really dense little packing brush. And I'm just gonna pack that right into the crease. You can see how insanely pigmented that is. This color is gorgeous. I wanna keep it really focused into the crease though, so. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just round it down because I'm gonna add more shade out here. And then I'm just going to keep using this brush and very, very gently kind of buff those edges. I'm still not blending out too much, I'm just softening the edges. And while we're working with that shade, I'm going to switch to kind of like a, still dense, but it's more of a blending brush. I'm just going to use that and pack some more color onto the outer portion of this lid. And then very lightly, I'm gonna start dragging this outward. I've really been enjoying with colorful shades doing almost like a flick. So I'm gonna build it out a little bit and then kind of flick outward. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do for now because we are gonna go into the other green shade. So I'm switching to this kind of smaller blending brush. This is a Luxie Mini Tapered brush. I actually really love, this was like a Luxie set that came in a BoxyCharm, and it's all very small, kind of detail-y brushes, and I love them all. So I'm gonna go into Humble, this shade right here, and I'm just gonna lightly start blending that above the Sige shade. And again, flicking outward. All right, I'm gonna use my Tarte Shape Tape and this kind of flat brush, and I'm going to cut out half the crease. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and blend that outward. Next up, I'm going into Sully, and I'm using a wet brush. I'm just placing that all over the concealer. All right, and then I'm gonna take my little tiny detailed pencil brush back into Sige, and I'm going to just kind of go over where the cut crease meets it. I've shown you guys this before where I like to just kind of make sure that you've got that nice depth where that cut crease line is, especially for a look like this where it's all similar tones of green. You want that cut crease to still look sharp. Moving to the lower lash line, we're gonna go purple. I'm gonna spray this brush also. It's just a little flat angle brush. I personally just prefer working with shimmers on a wet brush. You do you. I'm gonna start out with Ding-a-ling, which is such a gorgeous sparkly purple. I'm gonna place this on the inner half of the lower lash line, and I'm gonna bring it down a good bit. And then for the rest of the lash line, I'm going into Selma. And again, I'm kind of like stamping it on, but I'm also gonna bring it down kind of lower. And I just very subtly, very lightly, just kind of drag the color to kind of go right underneath the green, so that when I put the wing, I'm gonna do the wing like right above the purple. I'll be like right in between the purple and green. And then with a pencil brush, I'm going into Aubergine, and I'm gonna run that underneath all those colors on the lower lash line. I'm focusing most of the color on the outer part, and just whatever's left I'm dragging forward. So I want the deepest part to be on this outer portion. And I'm gonna flick just lightly underneath the green. And then I am gonna touch up the shimmers just one more time because I really want them to stand out. And I kind of did just rub over them with that Aubergine shade, so. And that's it for the shadows in this palette. I was gonna use Ding-a-ling on the inner corner, but I just felt like it gave a weird shadow on my eye. So I went into my Collective Cosmetics Moon Twin palette and dipped into this shade right here, Twinkling. It's just like, it's their highlighter, but it's a purple highlighter shade. And they're very, very iridescent and sparkly. I love using these as inner corner highlights and shadow toppers. So it still matches really nicely. Like I said, you could totally do Ding-a-ling. I just didn't like the kind of shadow it gave on my inner corner when I put it on, so that's why I chose not to do it. To finish up, I'm gonna use this NYX purple liner in the lower waterline. And then I'm gonna do a wing with my NYX liquid liner. So you guys can see it's kind of a bigger wing, but basically I'm going to start by just placing the first line in between the green and purple. And hope that I get them to match. All right, I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead. I feel like that's as even as I'm gonna get them. And then I'm gonna do mascara and lashes. I'm using the Milk Kush mascara and the Iconic Lights because I didn't want the lashes to overpower the look. And honestly, I would personally go without wearing lashes if I could get my lashes to curl, because I've got pretty long lashes, but they just, no matter how much I curl them, they just go straight, like they just droop back down, and I hate it. And they're not very full either. That's my other complaint. So yeah, that's why I love the look of lashes, especially with a really colorful look. But yeah, I would love it if my lashes, like I love Kathleen Lights. She like rarely ever wears false lashes, and her lashes are so full. I wish mine would be like that. Like you can see them. But then when I turn straight, they're kind of gone. Lower lash line. So for lips, I really want to go something purple, and I grabbed a couple of different options. I think I'm going to start with Frog's Breath. All right, that's Frog's Breath. I kind of like it, but I still really want to add this gloss over the top. I just think it's such a perfect color, so I'm just going to top this with a gloss.
This is the Cosmic Gloss from Notoriously Morbid in the shade Smoke and Fire.
All right, so this is the finished look. I love the way that this lip pairs with the eyes. It's just super fun and very purple. It just brings that extra purple pop to balance out the green, and I love it. I'm very happy that I was able to get one of the last Paulina palettes because it's just a very beautiful color scheme, and I definitely can't wait to use the other shades in the palette, which means this is totally up for grabs to do a Throwback Thursday video with sometime in the future. Because like I said, I don't care how new or old the palettes are. If you guys want to see more looks, I will definitely do that in my Thursday videos. So I will definitely be planning on doing more looks with this palette in one of my upcoming Thursday videos. I'll give it a little break before I do another one, but so far I really, really like it. And either way, I love the colors. So good job, Paulina. I love everything you picked out. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.